of articles. And this lesson is about a, and the, otherwise known as articles, as I said. Take a look at these following sentences. The man walked right past me. A giant spider crawled across the ceiling. An elephant is a large animal. Here, all the underlined words are articles. But first, I'm going to show you how and when to use a. We use a before a word that starts with a consonant. For example, B, C, D, F, G, H, J, K, L, M, N, P, Q, R, S, T, V, W, X, Y, and Z. For example, a blue bird, a nice man, a wonderful dinner. Here, blue, nice, and wonderful all start with consonants. Now I'm going to show you how and when to use an. We use an before a word that starts with a vowel. And the vowels in English are A, E, I, O, and U. For example, an apple, an egg, an insect. Now, there are some exceptions. The use of a or an depends on the beginning sound of the verb. Might start with a consonant, but a vowel. But we really need to listen to how the word it is pronounced. Okay, so we said the exceptions. The use of a or an depends on the beginning sound. For example, our. We see H, but we hear a vowel sound at the beginning, our, and our with the H. So what do you do in this case? We use the article an, because we hear a vowel sound. So we say an hour and not a hour. What is it? We say an hour and we do not say a hour. Another exception, the use of a and an depends on the beginning sound. Okay, depends on the beginning sound. We see you, but we hear a consonant sound of you. So what do we do here? What do we do here in the word unique? We see you, but we hear a consonant of you. Okay, so what do we do here? A unique chance, and not a unique. A unique chance and not an unique chance. So here, remember, you have to listen carefully to how the word is pronounced and then choose whether you use a or an. That's very important to remember. Now we need to talk about the indefinite and definite articles. Indefinite and definite articles. We already talked about a and an, but we also need to talk about the a and an are indefinite articles. They are used to describe one or a number of things, but that also goes for the. But here, the is the definite article, and it's used to describe one or number of things. So what's the difference, you may ask? What's the difference? The indefinite article describes things in general. They describe things in general. For instance, a dog barks. A dog barks. That's because that's what dogs do. They bark. Or a cat meows. The definite article describes specific things of what the cat is doing or what the dog is doing. For example, when we say the dog barks, we have a particular dog in mind. We have a particular dog in mind. For instance, the dog of your neighbors or a dog that we see in the street. So we know which we are pointing to a specific dog. Now there are also something that we call the zero article. What is it? The zero article. Here we do not use an article at all, whereas in other languages we might. Sometimes an article is left out. This happens when there's only one of someone or something. For example, Sally is head teacher. Okay, there's only one head teacher in school, and it's Sally. Everyone knows it's Sally. She's a head teacher. So, when we say that this happens when there's only one of someone or something. So Sally is head teacher. We know who we're talking about because obviously there's only one head teacher. Elizabeth II is Queen of the United Kingdom. There's only one queen in England, and we all know it's Queen Elizabeth II. Sometimes the is left out. And that's when talking about seasons in general, like spring is in the air, not the spring is in the air. But when we talk about a general season, we use, I visited her, for example, I visited her in the spring. Okay, so I visited her in the spring of 2012. Here I have a particular moment in mind, and again, sometimes the is left out. For instance, when talking about meals in general. We shall have lunch. We shall have lunch. I was very happy with the lunch she served. I was very happy with the lunch she served. And again here, we use the because we have a specific lunch in mind. We also do not use an article when talking about, for instance, mosque, church, hospital, school, university in general. So the is left out only when we talk about the function of the building. Only when we talk about the function of the building. For example, he went to university last year. He went to university last year. Let's say, for instance, Oxford, Cambridge, Harvard, Yale. The is left out when we talk about languages. The is talked about when we talk about languages. For example, Arabic is difficult to learn. I love learning English. We do not say the Arabic is difficult to learn, and we cannot say I love learning the English. No, so that's the main manner of zero article, and this concludes our lesson about articles a, and the. I hope you got a better understanding, and you can comfortably use these articles in your sentences. And until our next lesson, have a good day.